Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Greenfield's Finest Podcast. With me today, as always, I got my main man reining in at 9.5 toes with an uncircumcised penis, Anthony Shuley. Shuley, what's up?
What's up? How's it going, guys?
Good. And to the left of him, whoopsies, almost spilled his beer, Johnny, medium-sized cock risotto.
What's up? What's up?
And I'm your host, Michael Z. Birdseye-Dell. At this time, we would always say, and now we introduce our co-host, my main man, MoneyLine Welsh, and we would give the old...
I was gonna clap today.
MoneyLine Welsh is not with us today, and Jack is like one of them dudes. He postponed surgery before to come on the show. So you're thinking, well, how could the dude miss? He's actually in the hospital right now. He is getting like some sort of like an asshole transplant or something like that. It's like him and his brother, they had like some diverticulitis.
They both had bad assholes.
They both had bad,
rotten assholes.
Great dudes, terrible assholes, and
Genetically bad assholes.
Yeah. Right. So it like runs, yeah.
It must run in the family. I don't know if it's your mother or father.
Mr. Welsh. But yeah, so he's in there. So thoughts and prayers will be appreciated for MoneyLine Welsh. We're going to get to him some more MoneyLine Welsh later in the show. And if you want to post anything on our Facebook page or anything to give him a get well soon or anything, that'd be great. Also, we still are running in the Pittsburgh Best of in the City paper. If you can please vote for us under Best Local Podcast. And do us a favor, if you see our stuff on Facebook, please share it and get other people to vote also, because we need as many votes as we can, because we need to win this thing, because we definitely deserve to win. Best podcast in Pittsburgh, and thank you for your support. All right, we're going to jump right into it. So I was like, we seen it. Jack still helped out with the show, and we sent me an article. The one, it's about in Canada, they're letting people like who are dying. So I guess you'd be like consider like hospice almost. They're letting them eat shrooms. Now I'm gonna jump in on this real quick. Here's my first point. If I'm in hospice and you're like, dude, you're about to die, like we're gonna give you shrooms, I would say I'll skip the shrooms and I'd rather smoke crack. You know what I mean?
That might get you up out of the bed,
right? But like the other thing I'm thinking about is like, that might be the worst fucking trip of all time. Like, you know you're about to die. It's not like you're like, yeah, when you trip, you should be in like a good place with good people. Like, you're eating shrooms, laying in a bed with a hospice nurse. Like, I mean, I don't think it could get any much worse.
Does she trip too, though?
That's a good question.
Or do they have like a group trip? Because
everybody who's about to die, that's just trip together.
But like you said,
I'll meet you in the afterlife.
That has to be the worst fucking trip ever, dude.
I don't know.
What I mean?
I don't know how much shrooms are giving them. I don't know if it's like a micro. I didn't really like. It didn't really explain.
You didn't read the article.
I read the article. It just didn't really explain like how much they were giving. Like, because I know that micro dosing's like becoming real popular. Like they're saying it's like good for like mental health.
What is a microdose?
Just enough. You don't get like super duper high. You just.
I don't even know.
Get the like residual effects.
Do you just get the giggles out of it?
I don't know if you would
not
get,
that you're gonna start
get that, because like a micro dose is.
We
like,
should eat mushrooms right now.
It's yeah.
Joe Rogan did on his show the other day.
Yeah, I've only been sober for 5 years. It sounds like
all right,
she only got a bag of beer and some shrooms.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Tuesday.
Yeah,
I heard you're missing next week's show. That's what we're doing.
What are you in here for? I fucked up and ate shrooms again on my podcast. I was doing so good.
They dared me.
But I think a micro dose is like a 0.1000th of like a regular dose. So we're talking like you're eating like a gram of shroom, or like, you know, I guess you split an eighth, so it'd be like 1.7. A micro dose would be like a tenth of that.
Yeah, not
enough to start seeing like the grain on the door start breathing.
If I'm fucking dying, dude, give me like a quarter to myself, and I'll.
Dude, I think if you stop, I would rather whatever you guys give me to relax. What is it, morphine?
I think it is. I take that. I'm happy with that.
Let's go with the morphine.
Yeah, they have beautiful drugs these days. They make great drugs.
It's like if I'm going out and I know I'm going out, I'm like, wheel in the fucking beer meister. I don't need to die that sober. You know what I mean? Let's wheel it in. Maybe get a couple prosties. You know what I mean?
Have yourself a little party.
Yeah, put some morphine in there and throw a couple Adderalls in there.
Hey,
too.
keep it light. You know what I mean? Keep it light.
Yeah, I'm going out like a champion. So like, I don't know. What would you guys would take the shrooms?
I don't think I would. Like
I'll take them right now.
No, if you were dying.
I mean, why not? What else? Like you said, unless they have an alternative.
Yeah.
You know, if they're like, okay, you can like overdose yourself. You know you're dying, you're in pain. Fucking give me that thing where you press the button. Click, 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 and I'll see you on the other side of the world.
I mean, we've all tripped multiple times, and we've tripped together multiple times, and it's like I'm thinking like we were like 18, 19 years old. You know what I mean? I
Down
can't
at the
imagine
beach.
being 60, like dying. You know what I mean? Like just everyone's fighting over my estate, and I'm in a room, I'm in a room petting the furry wall. You know what I mean? Just don't sound like a great time.
Yeah. That's I didn't think of it like that.
What is that called? That DHT?
DMT.
The thing that makes you like that's what you're supposed to feel like when you're about to die?
The shit that Joe Rogan always talks about. Yeah, and I've seen like a documentary on that, and I watched the people take it, and they go completely nuts for like 40 seconds, but everyone who comes back out of it, you know, as long as you don't die, because you convulse and shit, everyone says like, you look at the world totally different. And like I'm
near-death experience.
It's only like 15 minutes long though, right?
No, it's like the dudes who were like smoking it. It was like a 40-second high, and then 15 minutes later they were kind of like back to normal. But they said like it feels like it's shooting you out of the planet. Like
maybe hit me with that.
I mean, honestly,
I've never heard of this thing.
Yeah, that's like it's actually already in your body. So like it releases.
You're just boosting it.
No, it releases whenever you die. I think that's like how it goes, and then like that's why people when they have like a near-death experience, they see all this crazy shit in that.
So you're crying wolf.
So I want to get a sneak peek.
Yeah, I think like,
you know,
that's like the trailer for death.
And then if it's cool, I'll be like, you know what? Just double hit me on this morphine. I'm out of here.
Double tap.
Yeah.
I don't think that DMT, like, I don't think it's like a long-lasting thing. So people that were doing it, when I seen it, they were literally convulsing for 30 seconds, throwing up. They had a person there with them, making sure they were okay, and then they come out of it and they're like,
But can it kill you?
Yeah.
Well then, yeah. It's
Well, the
worth it,
convulsing is what can kill you. But
choking on your own puke.
they say if you go with a professional, they have like group tour guides that take you to these places to do it. So they have like professional DMT takers.
Wait, you ever see that Kentucky ayahuasca or whatever, where that dude's like some hillbilly dude with no teeth, and he gives people that like
peyote.
Yeah, well, it's like called ayahuasca or
The
something.
tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
he looks like a trustworthy guy.
yeah, he's a shaman, all right. Yeah, moving on. There's new music video out next week. Actually, we're for all of our music fans out there. We are going to have Sheer Miss Muffin call back in. We got a lot of positive feedback on that. Sheer got a new song. We're going to hype it up and go over that. But if you guys heard the song, the WAP song, we've been talking about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it's Cardi B, Meg The Stallion, and Kylie Jenner's in the video. WAP, thanks, Rosaldo explained it to me, stands for, it's WAP, stands for wet ass pussy. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I you know,
thought they were talking about Italians.
I like
it.
yeah. I like the content so far, but there was Kylie Jenner's in the video. It doesn't do any of the singing, but these people started, and like she looks smoking hot in the video. I seen it. It's definitely like boner fuel, the whole video. You know what I mean? And I'm watching it, and then like I end up seeing this thing. Jack sends it to me, and it's like 17,000 people signed a petition to want her removed from the video. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something, dude.
Are they just going to Photoshop her out?
I don't know what they're doing, but they came out and made like a public apology and like.
What did she do?
She not really on her behalf, saying about like the song was like it's like so sexual and stuff. Like I think like that Cardi B, like her thing before was like she was like a stripper who used to drug dudes and rob them.
Yeah.
So like if your kids were like influenced by them, like you're a fucked up parent. Like if you're like
dude, there's like 10-year-olds doing TikToks to WAP.
Yeah, that's creepy.
It is a little bit creepy.
That's a bit much.
And I would say like this is a new thing with songs being this bad. But remember the song like put it in your mouth.
Yeah, of course. I
We're
put
in
it in
high-
my mouth.
Right. But I mean that was pretty. I mean I think that one's probably the like if we made a list, that's probably number one.
But that wasn't okay.
That wasn't a mainstream
I
song.
was just gonna
Yeah, they
say
didn't
that.
make a video to that one.
Yeah,
well, they did on Pornhub, but
Yeah,
that's a different story.
I seen that one
Yeah.
twice.
I'm about to Google that when we leave.
But yeah, like I feel like that kind of stuff is getting pushed way more mainstream to like because MTV's out of the picture, but you can go on YouTube and check out that video and like obviously it's huge. John said there's 10-year-olds doing TikToks to it. Like you've got to be wondering what it means. It's not hard to find out what it means. You know what I mean?
The Google machine.
I wouldn't
will
want
tell
like if I had yeah, I mean a boy or I'm like
you don't want to expose them too young to this.
yeah, like,
crazy-
listen,
No, dude.
you don't want this ain't the way to get.
They're
I
gonna
mean,
learn
they're
early
probably
enough
not
to-
going to understand it.
I don't want them to even think about it.
But is it playing on the radio?
Yeah, they played it on 96.1 for short because I was like flipping through the stations today and like I heard them say the new song from Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, you know what I mean, controversial, WAP, and it's like thing like kids are gonna be on their way to school like what's that mean?
Working to it.
Yeah, but there's mad booty in that video, dude. I mean,
they could probably make a Pornhub version for sure. Like it's borderline.
Oh, it's in the mix.
Well, there's
it's
like
in the mix right now, babe.
There was just like butt cheeks all over the place. You know what I mean? Another story that we seen. This was like we're wondering like we were kind of me and Rizal were talking about if this was true or not. There was like a dad and a mom, and they found $100,000 in their son's room. Okay, they assume it's drug money,
right?
Wouldn't you? You're like,
yeah,
absolutely. He's a teenager. Here they find out from the son, like his story is, he's been banging older women in the neighborhood at $5,000 a clip, and he accumulated the money for that, which is the whole theme of the movie Loverboy. So
Loverboy, which is a great movie.
Great movie, but it's a movie.
Right.
And Patrick Dempsey, I don't think this really happened.
Dude, here's my thing about that. So in the movie, like Patrick Dempsey's hooking up with like Christy Alley.
Smoking hot.
Like good-looking older ladies.
Right.
If this dude's in the Hamptons, he's banging Mrs. Rosenblum, who's like horrible. He's earning that $5,000.
Yeah. Who gives? I mean, he's earning it.
I'm saying he's earning it, but he's hitting like,
yeah.
Dude, he's 60.
Yeah, dude,
they're not all gonna be like decent
right,
looking. He might have to go down on like something.
Some gross bitches.
Yeah.
Dude, but for 5 stacks, he was like, "Fuck that! I can brush my teeth."
Could you do it?
I mean, it depends what we're talking about.
$5,000 a clip.
Yeah, $5,000 a clip.
Bang them up. Bam, bam, bam.
Right.
Fucking right.
Okay, now let's get a little bit more realistic. We're not in the Hamptons. We're in Greenfield.
All right,
okay.
now it's going to
Yeah,
cost
that's
50.
Now you're at
That's
50.
pick like somebody you can visually think of. That's like
All right, dude, my mouth just got all
of
dry.
their age.
Former Kogo's employees.
Oh,
You're gonna run them out. You're gonna run them
I'll
out
do it for 5,000 bean sandwiches.
So you're like, you go in. This chick is fucking just not attractive. You know what I mean? Every way possible. And she's like, hey Anthony, here's the money.
Like pay your rent.
But remember now, we're in Greenfield, so it's not 5,000. It's
like
more like 50.
bucks.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Because 5,000 in Greenfield.
Yeah, but if you
used to be able to buy a house for 5,000.
if you were in the Hamptons, dude, and like even if it was missing Rosenblum, you know what I mean, the chiropractor's wife or whatever.
Yeah.
For 5,000 a banger, dude.
Dude,
like, that's a hell of a summer
I'm talking about when you step up to the plate.
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to physically function with like a 60, a 70-year-old woman?
That didn't even come into play upstairs.
That just kicked the crazy story into my mind. I have to tell.
Oh, give it to us.
So I was like, back when I was living in Washington, PA, I was like 25 years old, and I used to buy methadone off this like 65-year-old lady. And then the one day I asked her, I'm like, why do you sell your methadone on the weekends? And she was like, oh, I need money for crack, which makes perfect sense for a 65-year-old. So the one
she
day,
made it that far.
yeah. So the one day she
Doing
said
something right.
The one day I say to her, I was like, do you know any chicks around here? And she was like, what are you? I was like, I need to like hook up with a chick or something. And she was like, what were you looking for? I'm like, I don't know, maybe just get like my dick sucked, you know? And she was like, well, hell, honey, I could do that. So I'm like, fuck no. You know what I mean? So I go out that night, I go to the bar, and I hammer like my usual like 27 beers. So I'm all methadoned up, hammer like 27 beers. I'm like, fuck it, I'm calling this old lady back. So I end up calling her back, and she's like, yeah, come on over. You know, I'm up, I'm just hanging out smoking crack. I'm like, perfect.
Word.
So I go over, she lives in a senior high rise. So I go over to the senior high rise, and I go in there, and like I knock on the door, and she opens the door. And when she turns around to like let me in the house, she had like one of them silk old lady dresses on, and it was stuck in the back of her diaper. Like it depends. I swear to God.
Her depends.
Yeah.
Dude, you were depending on her for a blowjob.
And I just like couldn't do it. I ended up giving her $20 and just let me get a hit of crack, and I left. You know what I mean? Thank God I've been sober for 5 years.
Oh, Jesus,
you know what I mean? But that was like.
So that's where you draw the line?
Yeah. Like I had when I seen the Depends, I'm like, no. If I wouldn't have seen them Depends, the story might have a different ending. But like, I just started feeling guilty. You know what I mean? Like, because I remember like her like walker was set up over there, and like, I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? You know,
Dude, that's probably. I mean,
what?
60's not that old. She's sure he wasn't older than that?
She was a 65-year-old crackhead.
65-year-old crack smoking.
Yeah, I guess it'll be, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I guess you're going to be in tip-top
like
shape.
Like misfit. It's like,
65.
She throw Jane Fonda.
She was like Kim Basinger in 8 Mile, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't fucking, what's her name? Crawford, Cindy Crawford, you know what I mean? Selling that shit she puts on her skin. This lady was 65. She probably looked 75.
She probably threw the diaper on because when she smokes crack, she shits herself.
That's probably a good point, too, you know. And I think actually she had an accident. She might have smoked some crack right before I got there. That was cold-blooded. All right, everybody. On that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be right back with more Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. What's going on, everybody? It's almost that time of the year where you got to go get your sidewalks or your steps fixed. And I don't trust a lot of these idiots out here right now. I really don't. Thank goodness Giuseppe and Sons is in the area, and they're always on the job. If you're looking for any type of masonry work this season coming up, please call Giuseppe and Sons, 412-421-6711, and make sure you tell them Rocco sent you, huh? Me and my wife didn't know what to do. We had a gigantic tree in our backyard that we had to get cut down. I've never done anything like this before. Who was I supposed to call? Luckily, I found Greater Pitt Tree Service, a locally owned and operated company. They came out, got to work, and got it done in a safe manner, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Thank you so much, Greater Pittsburgh Tree Service. And they also do free work for World War II veterans. Please call 412-884-TREE. That's 412-884-TREE. We're going to bring you into our next segment, Corn Dick of the Week. This week it was a pretty easy choice. We went with Governor Wolf. And this isn't a political podcast. It's not about, we're not getting into politics, but he left high school sports in a fucked up predicament by giving a recommendation that they don't play. So now you have now you're making parents fight against each other because some parents want their kids to play, some don't. Because it's recommended. You got teams saying some of them are going to play, some of them aren't. It has just caused utter fucking chaos. Local social media, with people going off about it, people are going nuts. He would have been much better off with because that's such a politician move.
All the virtual PTA meetings are fucking torture right now. Everybody's fucking screaming at each other on Zoom and shit, you know?
Yeah.
They just have people bickering about everything. Dude, either say do it or don't.
Right.
or don't say anything.
Or
it's up to each
up.
it's up to each county.
Yeah.
Right.
Or school district.
Right. I mean,
yeah.
And now you got this situation you've created where the governor is saying he recommends it. So you know how the country's divided on everything right now. So you got half the people saying fucking play, half the people don't. You're just causing hysteria. You'd have much better coming out and saying, you know what, I'm not allowing. As mad as people would have been, it would have made life a lot easier, and I would have respected that more instead of doing seeing what's going on now. Because my girl's dad coaches high school football, and they're so up in the air because they're trying to. The kids want to play. They put in the work, especially if you're a senior. It's we were talking about this. If this is your senior year of football or anything, and you didn't have a great junior year, but this could have been your breakout year. It's going to alter your life.
But especially guys that obviously aren't going to play college football or somewhere. Right. And, this is your last hurrah.
Sure.
Dude. Your last fucking
time.
to strap it up and fucking have a good
That's
time.
you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. But I'm saying as far as even a lot of these kids kids need something to do. They need some kind of structure. They just can't be sitting at home. Looking at a computer when it's time for school, or
right.
Especially nowadays.
Their mental health is taking a beating. You know what I mean?
How to interact with people in fucking real life got to be hurting too.
So Rosario, you hit on a good point. I kind of wanted you to talk about that a little bit. So you're dealing with that on you got three little ones. Two of them are in school. One of them's not yet. But what's that situation like? Are they excited to go back? Or?
Yeah, they're always going to bitch about going back, but they'll be excited when they go back and see their friends, their school friends they haven't seen in since what, March?
Yeah, it's been a
You
while.
know,
And look, like, if
and
you,
for a while, yeah, they couldn't even have play dates. Play dates are happening now in
Right.
the Risotto House, if you're wondering. You know what I mean? But they're seeing their cousins, like they're like happier doing that. So like, but at the beginning when they couldn't see anybody, it was like, it was brutal. You know what I
They're
mean?
fighting. You got to try to keep everybody busy.
they would
It's
get
like, what the
excited
fuck?
because like Risotto goes back around on Tuesdays to cut the grass, and like they'd see a new face, and it's like
Yeah.
there goes old Z-Bird out there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
No, he's like, well, Michael.
When you would meet me at my house to come to the podcast, they'd be like, I think any car door closed. I think Uncle Mike's here. I think Uncle Mike's here. You know, it was great because they were like landlocked with nobody else to, you know.
And it was weird too because like when we were doing the food things on Sundays, taking the food to the senior citizens, I would come over, like they would be all fired up. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of a cool feeling. Like, it definitely makes me want to have kids. Like when kids actually like you and they know your name.
Yeah, they would fight over who got to talk to you. Like, shut up, I'm talking Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
You know, so it was cool.
Yeah, like a lot of people like are scared about, you know what I mean? Like somebody can get, you know, like even if one person gets sick because of all this and dies, or
Right.
you know, people are gonna raise hell. But like, there's a lot of people that are just taking like, dude, like have high anxiety and need to
Yeah.
burn off. You know, they need something to do. People need something to do.
Right. I mean, I know, like, my lady went through that. You know what I mean? Her place was shut down forever, and luckily she got back in there. But it was like for 4 months. You know what I mean? I felt like she was losing her mind.
But is
You know
the
what I mean?
risk worth like losing your fucking marbles? You know what I mean? Like, can I
Well,
just
like,
get out of
yeah.
the house and go to work?
It's
Or I'm
like-
gonna fucking burn this motherfucker down.
It's hard to say that. I won't like downplay the pandemic. Like, you know, it's serious. I'm not a doctor. Like, I can't give my medical
Well,
opinion on it.
that's where I can help you.
Right.
Yeah.
My nephew, he's gonna play for NA. Like you go, all right. So if he gets it and says go sees my grandmother and gets hurt, you're like, yeah, that'd be awful.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like,
That's tough on.
that's just a tough. It's just a bad tough.
It's like an
situation.
individual choice you have to make, though. Like, do I want to put anybody at risk in
Like
my
I
family
understand.
or
It's just
something?
it's just a tough situation.
It just
And
sucks.
And Wolf didn't make it any better. He just kind of inflamed
Yeah,
it.
he
Right.
made it worse.
And that's why he's the corn dick of the week. And like something like a lot of people don't factor in, like with older people. And I know, like from just talking to older people, they love their grandkids, and like them living their golden years, not being able to see their grandkids drives them fucking nuts.
My dad told me when this whole when it first started, he was like, "Fuck that! If I can't see my grandkids, I'd rather be dead." You know
A lot
what I
of-
mean? He's like, I
Yeah.
really don't give a fuck. I'll take
Right.
the chances. You know. And my mother-in-law said the same thing. You know.
But I think, like, I don't know, like, what the numbers are. I just pray that things are getting better, and hopefully they find a vaccine. Whatever has to happen.
Yeah, I mean
happens.
things
just-
are in the right direction. at least,
Right.
you
I
know?
feel like everything's going.
Well, what do you? I mean,
Moscow said they already got that shit.
yeah, Moscow. Yeah, they'll prick 3 people. Like we're good.
Yeah.
That's Mishka. But yeah, what do you think about like college footy starting to drop like
They're dropping
crazy?
like flies. They're not going to be able to play. I mean, you told me yesterday, you were like, Alabama alone is losing $75 million. A state like Alabama, that might be like a fucking giant source of the economy.
There's businesses that hang on that football season.
Like
you know
little,
what I mean?
there's little diners. There's gyms.
Dude, the bars to get together for
Right.
like
Not only-
that's another reason they don't want them to play. They don't want people getting together to watch
Right.
these games.
And college football is like a thing. I think they kind of realize it with that. You're going to be able to keep the people out of the stands, but you're not.
Yeah, you're not
going to be able to keep
closing the
college
bar down,
kids from getting together, regardless where. And
It
I
could be in
don't-
a basement somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, that like I'm like it sucks. I'd love to see college football because I love college football, and I'm just like with that. I'm like, you know, I have to admit, like I do see, you know, the strategy in that.
Yeah, I mean it's just
It's unfortunate.
sucks.
They
it
said they're
sucks
going to
'cause
try to
they're
play in
all-
the spring.
I did
How's
hear
that
that.
going to happen?
Right.
But they're all like every conference is like making their own decision. It should be like the NCAA, like okay, either we're playing or we're not.
Well, that's it.
You know
That's
what
the
I mean?
thing. Like, I think just like with Governor Wolf coming
It's
out,
state to state.
it's like because the first people to drop out were the Ivy League schools. They dropped out back in June. They were like, "We're not playing," and I think like they knew ahead, like this is going to be hell. People are going to have to drop out instead of wasting kids' time bringing them in. It's not going to happen. As far as playing in the spring, it's like you got an NFL season approaching for the next year, where that springtime is where they're doing their combines, their workouts, all their shit. So it's like, what's going to happen to the season next year? Like, it's just, or what's going to happen to high school kids who are freshmen this year? Like, are kids going to get double redshirted? I mean, I don't know if they don't have the season.
Oh, it's complicated.
Dude, but
It
like
gets fucking
who was that?
complicated.
The one quarterback from Clemson put out like some of these kids go home, like to like where they're at, like you know what I mean, and like they're living, and they're still hanging out. They still got a better chance of having COVID. Like all the the precautions they put on these teams, they're too impossible to keep up. That's why a lot of them are like, screw it, we can't do it. It's impossible to do it.
I mean, look at the bubbles with all the other sports, like the NBA bubbles.
The baseball, they might cancel that shit.
That's a wrap. But NHL's working pretty good so far with as far as the bubble.
Basketball's doing all right, but they're in a bubble.
Golf. I mean, golf's like an individual.
Yeah,
sport.
but yeah, you're not like on a team like in a
No,
huddle.
but you're around a bunch of people. You know, I think what else goes on right now? NASCAR. I mean, like shit's like out there like trying to make it. It's giving people some hope. I think it's a good thing to have some sports right now. As much as like I don't even watch baseball because the Pirates fucking stink and the Penguins lost right away. But like it is nice to even have that option.
The Buccos are like 3-1
3 and 74
in a 60-game season.
Yeah, dude. So we're gonna jump right into our Brother in Arms. If you didn't listen last week, we started a new segment. It's called our Brother in Arms. We've had it's like anyone who we think needs our support. You know what I mean? They're getting like a raw deal, dude. Our Brother in Arms this week, without a doubt, is fucking MoneyLine Welsh.
We love you, Jack.
We love you.
Clap it up for Jack on the mend.
So
again,
MoneyLine.
He's coming out of both ends. This guy.
So MoneyLine, like to explain what's going on, he wanted to be on the podcast tonight. Like he actually was gonna like our producer Todd like had it set up so Jack was gonna like call in but be on like a video and everything like that, and like I think Jack just had like a rough day. I mean, dude's been in the hospital for like 4 days, but like after he like postponed surgery, he wants to go at it from the hospital. Like there is no days off. From
right?
MoneyLine.
But he was so courteous and such a decent human being. He didn't want to be noisy for his roommate.
For his roommate. Yeah, he said if I didn't have a roommate, I'd be on that.
His roommate would have had a time of his fucking life, dude.
Unless his roommate is on his way out.
Unless they gave him some mushrooms and he's tripping his balls off. Dude, my favorite thing.
We'll do the show from there.
The favorite thing you told me was dudes on Saturday like heard Jack was like all fucked up and they were like half concerned, but then they were like, does this mean he can never drink again?
Yeah. So
that's what kind of assholes we hang out with.
The funniest thing, so first, like Jack was supposed to come golfing Saturday. Hits dudes up in the morning, dude, I can't make it. I'm throwing up. I'm not. Dudes were like, oh my God, what a pussy, you know? So
they thought it was just a hangover.
Right. So we get to go golfing. We golf, end up we're done with golf, getting ready to go hang out, go back to Eddie's for a minute, and dudes start texting him like pussy, and Jack sends a selfie of himself laying in a hospital bed with tubes in him. And then like he was like, how you feel now, you fucking asshole? And then like dudes were still like, dude, he's faking. And then like dudes came around like, damn, dude, I can't believe that. But the first thing dudes were like saying, they were talking about Jack's stories like he wasn't with us anymore because they were like, dude, I don't think he can drink anymore.
Dudes eulogized them.
Yeah, so they start telling like amazing drunk Jack Welsh stories, which I would only let Jack tell. But like it was just like sitting around telling Jack stories of like, well, I wonder what the new Jack's gonna be like.
Boring as fuck, dude. Dudes won't even invite him to golf anymore.
Why don't you go read a book?
Yeah, he'll be like, fuck it, I knocked out.
He's in a book. Hey, he's in the hospital right now reading a book.
He still didn't finish that fucking book. He still didn't
finish the first one. But like, if you ever like I've bought a book before with all intention of reading it. It made me feel smarter and never read it.
Oh yeah,
I've read one book in the past 16 years.
You get the buzz of buying the book. You're like, you know what, dude? I'm changing my fucking life, dude. I'm gonna start reading books. I'm fucking.
Dude, the only time like I read one start to finish was probably like 350 pages on an airplane. Because I was so I don't think I had
knocked the whole book out.
Knocked the whole thing out.
Where'd you
fly to?
Snort
an Adderall, dude?
No, I flew to Mexico.
Okay.
What are you on, Ritalin?
What was that? How long was the flight?
It was like
long
3
enough
hours.
to read a fucking
3.5 hours. Yeah.
What are you, a fucking speed
That's 100.
reader?
That's 100 pages.
That's Duquesne's Spirited program taught me how to speed read.
Yeah, they did.
It is fucking funny. So I didn't know that you two were in a Spirited program with Duquesne.
Yeah, I actually have a fucking award for academic excellence
in the Spirited program.
Yes.
Get the fuck out.
I got the plaque. I'll fucking bring it to the next podcast.
I gotta jump here. Rosado said the Spirited program was for kids who weren't good enough to actually get into college.
Yeah.
And they were making sure, like, listen, can he read?
Yeah, well, you know what? No, our SAT scores were strong enough. Our GPA was weak.
Dude, coming out of older nights, I was like, I had like a
1.8.
No, I was up in the 2s.
Yeah, my GPA was weak, but both of us were obviously bright fellas.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, right. But they were like, all right, is this dude actually going to graduate? Let's see. Can he, like, speed read? Dude, we did all kind of, like, team building shit.
Dude, we used to have, like, a mandatory, like, study time.
Dude,
yeah.
we had, like, sign
like the
we had to sign in and out. If me coming out of high school, dude, I used to leave Alderney when I left too.
Right.
Let alone college dorm. Like, you're gonna tell me you want to come home, and then after I got like
You dudes
reprimanded-
are up here with all.
listen,
You see, you
wait.
dudes are up here. So you're like 18 years old,
I was 17.
17. You're drinking, smoking doobies, and you're surrounded. Let me.
Go ahead.
And you're surrounded by coos, and now they're telling that you got to sign in and out.
Yeah, we weren't allowed. Like, and then there was like, the girls and boys was on different sides of the dorm. You couldn't
That's
like.
how the
cross-
halfway house is.
Same thing. It was like just like because it was a summer program, so it was kind of like a 3/4 house, I guess. But they made you like when you came up the elevator, you'd like sign your name and shit. And me and John used to get our fucking balls busted all the time. One time we were fucking schmammered, and we came back. Remember the lady? She called us into the hallway. We're fucking.
Yeah, she
underwear
yelled
all
at me
stoned and shit.
for like 20 minutes and said, "Anthony, do you understand?" He's like, "Yeah," and she let us go.
Yeah, she did. She read him the riot act and then just let me slide.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that was. How long did you go to college for, Shuley? How many?
I went there for approximately, almost 4 years, but never graduated.
Is that on your bucket list to go back and get that?
Yeah. You know what, dude? I figure I built so much of that school up with all that fucking money. I think I got like another $7,000 and I'll be out of debt from those fuck faces. But
That's terrible, dude.
oh, tell me about it. Every month I fucking.
That's
look
like
at myself in the
that's like
mirror.
getting sold fake drugs. Because like you buy them, you don't get nothing out of it.
Yeah, you know what? Though, as
Dude,
long
I
as-
graduated. I still didn't really get much out of it. So who gives a fuck?
You're working.
You got a piece of paper though, motherfucker. I got a piece of paper that says you owe us $7,000 more. You piece of shit.
Well, all right, everybody. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? When Greenfield's Finest Podcast crew orders pizza, we only go to one place, and that's Capizzuto's Pizza, located at 505 Greenfield Avenue. Phone number 412-521-6570. Best pizza in Greenfield by far. Check them out. Oh, man, I don't know if you guys have ever felt like this, but I woke up this morning, and my toilet's running. I can't get it to stop running. My water bill last month was double. I didn't know what to do. Thank goodness for Niscatch Plumbing. I called them, they were there right away and took care of the problem, and it didn't cost me hardly anything. They're registered master plumbers and fully insured. That's Niscatch Plumbing. Phone number 412-337-4047. 412-337-4047. Thank you, Niscatch Plumbing. If you're like me, I bet you have the same opinion. Are you sick and tired of smoking hot chicks and delicious chicken wings? Well, I know I am. So if you are too, make sure you stay away from bootleggers over in Oakland at 403 Semple Street. Because all it is delicious chicken wings, cheap drinks, and smoking hot bartenders. That's bootleggers at 403 Semple Street over in Oakland. Over and out. It's like a story that's like coming up, and I don't know if anyone's really noticed this, but like a shout out to all small businesses who are keeping it going. But the thing is, like, we've been noticing, they're like seating people. Like, now you have outdoor seating, and they'll fucking throw seats up anywhere. Like, they're taking out parking spaces.
And putting lawn furniture right in that
Putting
bitch.
lawn furniture.
I got served inside one of them glass bus stops. The other day.
Dude, it's like lawn furniture, and they'll fucking throw a tent up, and put a little fake candle there, and that's where you're sitting at, dude. And like, we were driving here. What's that called? That
Ham? Is it Ham and Eggers? Or
No,
hot metal
diner.
Hot metal diner,
and,
yeah.
And there was just like a parking spots just with chairs in them. You know what I mean? Like no shade.
Yeah,
no,
Mulligan's does the same thing right next door. They have like freaking
Yeah, they're just jamming in tables anywhere. Like seating
Right.
capacity inside's like
I ain't knocking.
like
it.
75. Outside it's like 3.
Yeah,
But like
they're
you gotta
like,
make $1 any way you can.
Yeah, and I give them props because it's like they have like 2 people. Like if you're the first 2 people to get there, you get to eat inside, but the other 84 people eat in the parking lot. But I think people are just so like excited to get back out, and like I think it's a great thing to do.
I would go sit there.
I would go sit anywhere and go eat.
Dude, do you know where the funniest is on South Braddock? Like all them restaurants put tables outside, and there's just nowhere to
In
walk on
Rinds,
the
yeah,
sidewalk.
in Rinds,
There's nowhere to
yeah.
walk on the sidewalks. It's hilarious. But people were sitting there getting their D 6-pack hot dogs
Right.
at Square Cafe and Alberta. There's
Dude, Square
a
Cafe,
dude.
even-
There's so many restaurants and bars on that.
Even
strip.
Right.
before the quarantine, you couldn't walk down that fucking sidewalk when they were serving breakfast. Now they doubled them up.
I swear I see like the same dude every day. So now like these.
Yeah.
Just drinking a beer, eating a dog,
Well, that's like Don. Whenever we leave work, and there's the old Amity Street Cafe now. It's called the Blue Dust or whatever. Yeah. And there's just like them 6 fucking creeps that sit out by the dumpster every day drinking. I don't even know if they bought the beer from there. Like that's the weird thing because I see the beer dude ripping the beer sometimes off a 6-pack ring, and he's just sitting in a chair like looking around. Like,
yeah, but then he uses a coaster on top of the dumpster, which is weird.
Dude, the best is like sitting at that Amity Street stop, and like who would want to sit outside there as trains come by and blow your freaking head off with their horn?
Your head
it's right at the
off.
crossing.
Dude, they would do comedy down there every Sunday night. It was like an open mic. And I remember, like, you would fight the fucking trains. And it was like, I mean, dude, that's the worst disruption in the world. Some of the people that walked in there were completely nuts. Like, you'd be telling jokes, and they'd look at you like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't know, guys. I got a microphone.
I'm just trying to
We're having a couple laughs. He's like, oh, you still selling beer? They're like, yeah. He's like, oh, what the fuck's this world coming to? I'm like, Jesus
remember, what
Christ.
did that used to be called?
The Amity Street Cafe.
No, but like when you used to go down there on a bike and get like
The Amity Street
it was the
Cafe.
same name. It was the same name.
Yeah.
The lady with the beard.
We
was.
used to call it what, the 6-pack shop or something.
Yeah. But we used to go there, and it was like, dude, I had an ID that said I was like 30, and I was
15.
I was 15, and I looked like I was 12.
On a bike,
On a
sometimes.
bike. Yeah, sometimes on a bike. And the funniest thing is there was like this big old lady that worked in there who had a beard. It might have been the same lady from Washington County who was trying to give me a smoker. but she had like a beard, and she would be like, I can't let you buy all this beer. I'm like, what? She was like, you can only take out 1 12-pack at a time. I'm like, okay. So I would literally buy like 4 12-packs. I would carry one out, and she'd carry 3 behind me, and then we'd have to give her a tip.
Dude, I was in the car before. I'm like, what the fuck is this making this old chick carry all this?
Dude, you helped load. She loaded up the trunk door.
Yeah, he carried 140, and she had like 15 fucking cases of beer, dude. I'm like, man, help me. She was like, no, and then we did have to tip her.
Dude, it'd be like you get a 12-pack for $6.
Yeah.
Dude, so you and your buddy for $3 would get ripped off Keystone Ice.
Right, because it was
Yeah, they're
5.9
pounders, too.
Pound
Yeah.
5.9. Yeah, they weren't fucking around. Another funny story that was actually in the news, they were saying that the Washington Wild Things had the state police called on them, and they made them shut down their season. And I'm just like, I didn't even know that they were playing fucking minor league baseball. It's not even minor league.
Yeah.
It's prospect league. Like, but here's the thing. I lived in Washington before, and like people do go
That's
to
a
the,
huge thing in Washington.
That's a big deal. And on Thursday nights, they used to have like dollar beer night. And that's when, like, dude, I'm telling you, it would be
mayhem.
That was like the thing to do in Washington County on a Thursday night. If you had $10, you
Well,
could
look,
hand
they
it
had
out.
a good idea because they invited like 3 other teams, like from, I don't know.
Their league, it's all pretty low. They're pretty,
Yeah, and they were like, everybody stay in Washington. We'll have our own little bubble.
yeah.
And then they were like, you're going to pay the consequences. Like, what does that even mean?
Well, they're like, then they said it holds 2,200 people. Then they got them down to 250. They said they wouldn't have any more. And then I think it just became like, they were like, fuck it. They were like, you can't even play.
They were worried about everybody going to the bar and smashing brews.
Yeah, because it's not like people were because that's the only time people gathered in Washington County. There's not like, I lived up there. There's not a ton of
Or the
shit.
casino.
Yeah, the Meadows, but that's like down in a totally different part of the county.
That's uptown.
Yeah, it's like it's the Meadowlands. Like if you're driving to Washington, it's like 15 minutes before you'd even.
Dude,
get...
my cousin Paul would talk about going up there because he was like into shit like that, just going up there to like a Wild Thing game.
Yeah,
and just not spending a lot of money and just crushing brews and watch some.
Yeah,
fucking baseball. Who gives a fuck
for 20,
cheap? Yeah, for like
$20, you
dollar
could,
brews.
For $20, you could drink and eat. And like there was people up there, like it wasn't like being.
I mean, you're at a baseball game, so
right.
there's an atmosphere.
Yeah, so it's like kind of cut up, and it's way more cut up than a Pirate game because you got the whole stadium's drinking dollar brews.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So people were fired up. It almost becomes into like cheap drink night at Pickles. You know, what I mean? People were just like motherfucking each other, and they're just like, yeah, and it got rowdy, and they like people try to put an end to it. But I'm like, dude, that's the only thing drawing people in because I don't think
they sell out probably.
Yeah, because like I don't think like. The Wild Things have a huge following other than that dollar beer night.
Yeah.
That's a great promotion. Whoever made that decision to shut them down should be Corn Dick of the Week because that's fucked up.
Yeah, because they don't have much to do up there, and them kids are like,
I think it was our Corn Dick of the Week.
Yeah, probably. He probably had something to do with it.
Those players don't make a lot of money. I knew a lady. What those players do a lot of times, they're young, and they usually live with someone in Washington, and they let them live here rent free. And the people who they live with, I mean, they're always like good people, but they end up like getting like season tickets for free, which is a value of like $4. You know what I mean? Like you can have these season tickets, and you can have players live with you, and they're like, I mean, a lot of people took them in.
Like a
but-
host family.
Yeah, I think they made I want to say like $500 a month. I mean, they weren't pounding in, but moving forward, we're gonna do a little draft here. We're gonna do our top 3 convenience store snacks. We're not gonna tighten the rules down on this. I'm not gonna put limitations. Whatever convenience store, whatever your favorite snack is, it can be anything. You know what I mean? Just stick to snacks. All right. We're gonna start with risotto.
All right. I don't want Anthony Sholey stealing my answer. Beef jerky.
I was just thinking. Good. That's a good one.
You got to go high end jerky though. You know,
Dude,
what I mean?
it might cost you like $10.
You got to get that
Yeah.
Jack Lynch, like the peppered
Jack Lynch.
Lynch.
What'd you say, John Lynch?
John Lynch.
beef jerky.
He makes the best. It's deer jerky.
Sheets has the best. Sheets has you go to Save More. They have a beer selection. Sheets has a fucking jerky aisle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just filled with jerky.
Just dedicated to
What's your
jerky.
best? What's the go-to jerky for you boys?
I don't mind a little teriyaki jerky.
Teriyaki.
I like Wild Bill's.
Wild Bill. You like the snuff?
What jerky chew?
I'm joking.
Dude, we used to
Remember
chew.
that back in the day? Yeah, that
Dudes
was
were throwing
terrible.
a dip of fucking.
It was terrible then too.
Throwing a dip of beef jerky. That will not be on my list. What do you got, Big Shoals?
All right, so I'm a kind of like a candy guy, you know. So
Yeah.
the sweet tart like straw with the filling in it. You know, it's like a licorice straw with the filling in it.
I could always count on you for a fucking dummy.
What, you don't like that?
I know what you're talking about. That's a high end candy.
I mean, they're delicious, dude. You know,
They
it's
are
like
good.
it's like licorice, but then it has like a soft, chewy
A
center.
little creamy feeling.
Yeah, I go right to
the
it.
sweet ropes or whatever.
Sweet rope.
Yeah,
It's a
there
sweet
you go.
rope.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Not so stupid now, is it?
Even fucking stupider. Once I figured out what you were talking, you just won corn dick in the week. Dude, I'm gonna fucking just go old school. I'm gonna say ice cream Snickers bars, dude.
Snickers bars are the best.
Ice cream.
They're
ones.
premium though.
Well, dude, no. The surprising thing is you can get an ice cream Snickers bar for the same price as a regular king size Snickers.
Dude, the regular king size shit anymore? It's
$2.50.
through the roof.
It's too.
I refuse to
What's
buy
the
it.
world coming
It used to be. I remember growing up. Like I won't say them too, but you used to be able to get 2 for $2, king size.
Yeah, right.
Now you can get one king size for $2.50 or 2 for $4. And I'm like, I may as well go out to eat.
Yeah.
I may as well go. I could go buy for a couple more bucks. I can go get a steak at Giant Eagle.
Yeah.
Say, eat 8 Reese
I might as
cups.
well just steal this right now.
Sean, I do love the steal convenience store snacks.
They're robbing me with, fucking 2 king size for $4.50. Oh, great deal.
So we'll go back to you,
Oh,
Rosado.
man, it's on me already. I'm not ready for this. I like a Nutter Butter.
Do you like the 25-cent ones?
Yeah, like that cheap
Yeah,
shit.
the
and
old
like,
school
yeah.
ones. Yeah, they come in
Okay.
like the cardboard, like, and it has a little plastic thing in it.
Yeah, I could dig that.
Yeah,
It's
a
not
little
bad.
Nutter
That's
Butter.
a good call.
That's it. That's like
If
a
you're
throw-
high, that's delicious.
Even if you're not high, I mean,
I mean, plus you can get it. That's cheap. That's low end.
that's 50 cents.
Yeah,
It used to be a quarter.
you get
Yeah, I
that.
remember when it was a quarter.
You can get that. I'm not going to name another one
Right.
because you might have, but you can get like a twofer. On that little Debbie owl.
Yeah, I love
It's like
that.
the end cap.
Yeah.
And then they have like the little Debbie stuff, and then they have like the old Debbie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the bootleg.
Yeah,
fucking-
right. Remember they went out of business for a little bit, or was it Twinkies? They quit making Twinkies. Hostess did, and they had like the knockoff Twinkies that were like it was like a loaf of bread with like a marshmallow in it. It's fucking terrible.
I never even seen that, dude. What the,
Yeah, I'm telling you.
what
Google
the
it.
fuck stores your dad taking you? He's like, we got Twinkies at home, boy.
Yeah, he gave me a loaf of French bread with fucking marshmallows.
He's hitting a
inside.
bodega in Wilkinsburg.
Yeah.
He's like, go get some candy. I got to talk to this guy in the back.
That's where you get the masterpiece spicy nacho chips at.
Master P potato chips.
What do you got for me, player?
All right, dude, I'm gonna go like a go-to. I know you guys have fucked with it. When you're fucking working, you get in a convenience store, get a good old-fashioned slice of fucking gas station pizza.
Snack.
Snack ain't a pizza ain't a fucking
I
snack.
bet that's like a meal, dude. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, I'm gonna give
Wouldn't
it.
fucking.
I'm
dude,
gonna
you
give
said anything from a fucking convenience store was the stipulations.
but anything. but like-
Rewind it, Todd. What
no,
did you say?
no, but like, when I'm sitting there saying like any snack, like,
All right, okay. You're
no, I'm gonna
change the
give it
rules.
to you. No, you.
I don't want it now.
All right, good, good.
Jeez. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with this one. Pork rinds.
Pork rinds ain't bad. I know you're a pork rind
Pork
guy.
rind, a barbecue pork rind.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
man.
never in my life eaten a pork rind.
Really?
Never
missing
once.
out.
They're actually not bad.
They're fucking delicious.
No,
Especially
yeah,
that,
I
like
just-
greasy one. That like it's
Maybe
like,
the name of it just.
your cholesterol goes up as
It
soon as
really
you eat
is
it.
pork, though.
It's like a pork skin.
It's like a pork skin.
It's like a dog treat.
but it's for humans. It's a human
Yeah,
treat.
I know, but
It's delicious.
Yeah, I think you.
Dude,
All
go,
right,
go have a
no,
couple
I-
beers and then smash yourself some barbecue pork rinds. You'll be like, this is delicious. You'll be fucking drinking the crumbs out of that bag.
Dude, I know for me, like Rosato, he didn't say it, but fucking, I wonder if he was thinking it. I'm going to go with oatmeal cream pie.
I was.
Yeah, that's on the same aisle that he was
I
at.
know,
cuz.
dude, I know. And I'm like, dude, I used to be big on those because those were like, if you had $1, you get 4 things. You get like 2 Naughty Buddies and 2 oatmeal cream pies. And like, you know, you could
Or that
eat for a
honey
couple-
bun.
The honey.
Oh, you just fucking
I know.
ruined
That whole hour. That whole hour was.
But that's like, I mean, it's the same shit. Like when you go to jail, like honey buns are like, they're like the Visa Black or American Express Black card. If you got honey buns, that's like the highest item.
It's
I
top
think
tier.
Oh yeah, because dudes are like, oh, you go
You're
on.
balling.
If you give them like a little bag of chips, dude's like, man, I want a honey bun. You know, like if you like
You're
gamble,
like, oh,
like gamble for item. Yeah, dude. Like
got
this-
me.
Yeah, I ate a few honey buns in my day. All right, Rosato, let's bring us around the horn.
I'm going combos.
Combo's a good snack.
Which kind of combos, though? Where are you going?
If I get a pick, my preference is pizzeria pretzel.
I do enjoy
Yeah.
the pizza pretzel, but also the pizza with the nacho is pretty fucking good.
It is good.
Where do you
Wait.
go, Michael? What's your favorite one?
What combo?
Yeah.
I like the blue cheese one.
I knew you were like some
fuck
crazy.
Yeah,
like
that
that.
is. That's deep. You know what? I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna stay in the chip aisle and go with the what do they call them? Handicap hot fries.
That's good.
They
Yeah.
are good.
I do like some. That was like some like middle school shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are good though. But you can't like take a piss or rub your eyes after you eat some of them because you'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
Do you take the whole bag down?
It depends. It depends if I'm drinking or not. If I'm drinking, yeah, it's going downtown. If I'm just relaxing, I don't know. I try to
right.
not be.
Save a
It's a
little
good
money.
snack though.
It's a
I
good
mean,
snack.
It's a solid one. If you're driving, fucking throw that in your lap, crush them, you'll be good to go.
dude, I got to go with fucking peanut M&Ms, dude. I fucking because it's almost like
like the yellow pack peanut
yeah,
M&Ms?
it's almost like a small meal.
Yeah,
Because it's like
kind
kind
of protein.
it's actually like nutritious. You know what I mean? It's like there's something in there of substance. Like
Yeah.
Nutty Bite, like, you don't know. It's like fake. You don't know what it is.
They don't call it nutty
It'll,
butter.
it'll curb your hunger.
Yeah,
A
it'll
good
do-
old,
It's a good hold you over food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a piece of pizza is like a destination. Where like I was looking for more like your rest stops. Like what's gonna hold you over?
You're looking for the voyage.
Yeah, that was a good draft. I don't know one. Everyone had pretty good.
Yeah, Jack usually writes your shit down, but he wants to play sick.
Yeah.
Not show up.
Get an asshole transplant.
Yeah.
He's waiting for
Get his asshole rearranged.
I thought he was getting his asshole bleached.
No, he's like, I'm getting a new asshole. Waiting for it's coming over from Indonesia. So,
Yeah, small asshole adjustment. He'll be back next week, folks. Don't worry about him.
so all right, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast. Are you in the market right now for buying a house? Maybe in the market for selling a house. Have you heard about Carlson and Associates Real Estate Services? If you haven't, maybe you should check them out. They're located right here locally in Pittsburgh at 106 South 18th Street in Southside. A lot of people think that they only service the Southside, but that's not true. They handle all the Pittsburgh area, and they also handle property management too. So if you're looking for a good real estate company that's locally owned and locally ran, call Carlson and Associates Real Estate Services at 412-431-1718. That's 412-431-1718. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. If you're having lawn problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems and the grub ain't one. It's 2020. Time to get your motherfucking lawn right. If it ain't tight, it ain't right. You best call Rosato and Sons. 412-521-9045. 412-521-9045. And get your motherfucking lawn right. I don't know about you, but I ain't got time to be packing boxes and moving stuff all the way around the tri-state area. I just don't got time for it. But I gotta move. What am I supposed to do? Thank goodness I found out about Miracle Movers. Fully bonded and insured, serving the Tri-County area. And they go long and short distance. I just found out they do commercial delivery too. That's Miracle Movers at 412-419-2620. 412-419-2620. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. Shoals What's grinding your gears?
You know what, man? I hate to like nitpick and everything, but I mean, I'm not like a professional at doing laundry,
Yeah.
or anything like that. You know, I'm not like a stay-at-home dad or anything.
Right.
But I understand the concept of like separating shit. Like my work clothes are dirty as fuck, so I want just wash all them together. Don't put nobody else's shit in with them because I'm
sense.
filthy as
Right.
fuck, right? So my wife gets on his laundry tip or something the other day. Does like you can only do so many. Like the dryer has to keep up.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're backing them up now, cuz.
She
not
just said
only-
she's pulling them out of the washer, setting them off to the side.
So there was a wet basket. I'm like,
Oh
is
my
this?
god!
So not only that, that's not even my gear grinder, bro. My gear grinder is that for the past 4 days of fucking work, she must have washed like the kids' like sparkliest, glitteriest shirt with my work clothes, and I look like the dude, like, you know, I work construction. I look like the dude from the fucking Village People, like sparkles all
You
over.
look like you
my
came out of the strip club.
Yeah, like someone like threw fairy dust all over me or something, dude. I'm trying to work and I'm glistening in the morning sun like a freaking Tinkerbell. You know what I mean, dude?
Or Tinkerbell. Yeah, dude. That's what, dude. I wish like I had a separate actual washing machine for my work clothes.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I got like if I got like a fix a tool, there's like grease on me.
Right.
It was
it's
always
gross.
dirt.
It's
yeah.
gross, dude.
Yeah. Don't put it in with my regular wear.
But don't put it in with a freaking glitterful shirt, dude. Now
t-
I look like
work
a
clothes-
freaking weirdo.
Work clothes for dudes that work outside 100% have to be separated.
Separated.
There's no time, like, because not only, like, I don't really care about my work clothes, but it's going to fuck up all the other clothes.
Right, like my work clothes, you don't got to separate the colors of the socks. Everything
No,
I wore to
everything
work,
together.
throw it right in.
They all turn
You
out
got
the same
keep that
color
in
at the end of the
yeah,
day.
its own separate entity.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Way to go, Rosa.
Yeah, thanks a lot, jerk.
What do you got,
Well,
John?
since we're like on a, like we were talking about convenience stores, I was thinking about Kogos and the way these assholes park in front of Kogos.
Yeah.
Like how they'll pull right up to like the front door,
Like
where
straight on it.
Yeah, like where the wheelchair people are supposed to go, and just like sit there. Dude, the parking over there is like fucked up.
And the reason I'm letting John tell, but we sit there and eat lunch Mondays, and we watch this for about half hour. 40
Dude, it's like
minutes.
no.
I'm
man's
obsessed with it at this point. Like I'm getting mad. I'm like sitting here. It's not really affecting me.
You gotta knock on
I'm
windows
like,
like,
what
"Hey,
is
asshole."
wrong with this asshole over here? Like he's fucking up everything.
And he gets out, and it's Mo Gross. He's like,
Every time.
He's like, you know what's grinding my gears? They won't. I don't go on ID. I'm 65 years old. They won't sell me cigarettes. Put that on the podcast.
No grass will pull up directly up to the front doors
He does.
of Kogos.
With his license
You
plate.
can't
says
open
Big
the
Shot.
door because his
Yeah,
bumper hits it.
yeah, the handicapped lady can't get by his fucking car.
He's like, I'm sick and tired every time I come in here. This wheelchair's sitting here.
Well, I'm only gonna be 10 minutes. I'm just getting cigarettes.
Yeah.
It'd be quicker if she didn't ask me for my ID.
And playing 700 numbers.
yeah.
Oh, dude. There's fucking seven. That was an early gear grinder, right?
Yeah,
And
but
that dude
you-
Carlson, like, you just want this Gatorade, and somebody is in there playing 5 million numbers. Like, please, somebody
It's
else
the
open a
dude who
register.
plays $65 a day. You know what I mean?
No, when they pull out the fucking list,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, I need this 50-50 boxed. I need 2-3-1 straight. Like,
Right.
dude, oh my god.
But here's the thing, like with that, I think they need more of them fucking kiosks.
yes,
Or, like,
do it
you-
yourself.
Right, just go up to the kiosk, type it in, or like be able to do it online. Well, you could do everything online.
Some of the people that are buying them fucking
Yeah,
tickets
but
ain't
all
online.
right, if you
No,
got two
that's
lanes,
true.
if you got 2 lanes in the thing, have 2 people working the register. Not one dude that got to run down to the fucking
Right.
lottery
We'll
and then run back to
get
you
my
your
other gear
fucking
grinder, the
skull.
broad who sits in front of Kogos and works there and just smokes cigarettes and plays on her phone the whole time.
That's the worst because like if you go there, if you like need, I've watched people need propane stand there and just wait. And like they're out there smoking squares. I'm like, here's my thing. If I own a store, I'm like, you want to smoke squares, knock yourself out. Go in the back.
Go in the back.
I don't want people walking
Don't
in
sit
here.
on the propane tank.
I don't want
smoke squares.
it's not even that. It's like, I don't want people coming in the store. There's no one waiting on them, and you're out front smoking.
Right, at
squares.
least let me think you're stalking the shit in the back instead of like just sitting in front, like smoking,
Hide.
playing on your
Right.
phone. You know what I mean?
Hide from me.
Don't get me wrong. They deserve a break, but like people don't grasp that concept when they walk through the store. They're like thinking, why aren't they helping?
Why
me?
isn't there 2 people running?
Like, you
register right
see
now?
me standing here.
Yep. Dude, my gear grinder is like I go to Costco all the time. I love Costco. It's
Every
my-
Friday, right?
It's my favorite store. I try to go Mondays or Fridays. Yeah, this week I went Monday. I fucking hate, one thing I hate about Costco is they constantly move shit. So like I'll know
Yeah.
where everything's at in the store. I'll have it mapped out in my head. Like I need steaks, I need cheese, I need bread, I need fruit. Not today, you don't, because now the bread's over here and there's batteries where this used to be, and you can't find your fucking Jamba Juice because they don't even sell it anymore. Like they discontinue items like way too quick there. I get attached to them.
Yeah.
And then like
Then it'll be Kirkland
There's
fucking
gone.
chocolate milk instead of like that
Fairlife.
Horizon. Yeah, yeah.
Fair. I'm like, dude, I love that Fairlife chocolate Kirkland milk. Fuck, because it's like they find the recipe, then they make it. And don't get me wrong, I'm pro Kirkland. You know, they make they make a good golf ball too.
Make a good
Dude,
album.
I got the golf balls. They're all right. Depends how I'm playing. But yeah, the chocolate milks, I got them for my kids. I'm like, man, this is fucked up. But then I'm like, I tried one. It really wasn't bad. Dude, Johanna sometimes will like make a list, and there's always some weird shit on there, or I'll miss it. Do you ever have to backtrack?
Yes.
Abandoned cart and have to go all the way back to like the front of the store dodging carts, like to get like the Schweibel's bread?
And the thing when you do that is you have to trust the pedestrian behind you to not like you're like, dude, can you watch my cart?
Oh, you're talking about in line abandoning it?
No, I'm talking about like an aisle. No,
yeah,
I would
that's-
never abandon.
That's a ballsy
Dude,
maneuver.
I would never
man.
do
I'll
that in
push
a
your
line.
shit right out the way, motherfucker.
I don't know if when everyone got their stimulus, the line down there was fucking insanity. It was like, if you know Costco, it was like from the front where you can all the way back to where the steaks are at, wrapping around to like the ground beef.
That's the back fucking end.
I
of the
made it
store.
halfway through, and I'm like thinking like, dude, I fucking need socks in the worst way. And I'm thinking like,
Did you go back and get them?
I went and gone because I trusted my co.
Okay.
There was a co-pilot behind me. It was this dude. He seemed like a cool younger dude. I'm like, dude, he's like, man, do your thing. He's like, I'll push your card forward. I'm like, thank you.
Did you let him jump in front of you?
No, I mean, he could
Dude,
have.
dude,
he
should
would've
I-
paid it
did
forward,
you ever?
dude.
I pulled a major dick move. I went around like where the protein bars were and like all like the almonds and shit. It
Yeah.
came out the right side. It was oh, here's a, you know what I mean? Just kind of cut in that way,
Okey doked them.
dude. Yeah, I did.
Dude. So we got our gear grinds. We're about to move on to the second. Next segment. What would Greenfield do? We got two really good ones today. You guys ready for the first one?
Let's hear it.
Hit me
All
with
right.
it.
This one's great. Could you bang a chick who was the identical twin of one of your buddies?
Well, which friend are we talking?
right.
Yeah, if it's my sister, you're playing a banger, but like, I mean, like, yins two are in a pickle because yins both got hot sisters. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I don't know, dude. That's.
I guess I'd hook up with Shuley's identical twin. I mean,
Would you?
John tried to kiss me one time.
Oh shit! The truth.
I'm putting some blonde hair on Shuley and some tits, you know, and his, you know, I don't
And
know.
switching my wiener out.
Have him do the tuck and roll.
Anthony Jenner over here. I mean,
Yeah, he's dancing in the mirror.
couple
doing the
more
si-
Miller High Lifes, and I'll, you know.
Hey
who's-
man, I'm gonna need a new seat when we're here from now
Make
on,
sure we
Tyler.
do the Silence of the Lambs dance.
I mean, it's an identical twin. I mean, it's gonna be a female, so actually,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a actual woman.
Right. You know who's like? I think about like, could you do it, Shuley?
I don't know. Like I said, it depends what friend it is. I mean, like.
You know, like you gotta think about like a good looking. Like Twitch is pretty handsome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I might just bang Twitch.
I was thinking like, damn, dude. I seen him golfing the other day. I said, you got a fine little turd cutter on.
Yeah, he's probably dressed all nice, hair looked all good.
All hair looking all perfect. Him and that other dude. The other
Jared.
Dude, Jared's a handsome motherfucker. Dude.
Dude, he's dressed to the nines too, man. He came in. I was like, even if you can't play, dude, you look good today.
Yeah.
He's just hanging out.
He
He's
had
fuck
like
it.
golf skinny pants on. I'm like, as corny as that sounds, I'm like, those might be the coolest pants I've ever
Right,
seen.
you get to see the bottom of his ankle.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you wear them well, dog.
I'll be going next week. I'll be golfing.
Like, hey.
I'll have the same outfit on. I'm like, yeah, dude.
Like, oh my
It'll
god.
be like
we're
seeing a
twins.
white female.
Like, do you have a twin sister?
So like, our consensus with it, it's like, yeah, we could do.
I
it.
mean, yeah, you could, yeah.
But it would only be with a dude who looks good enough to just to bang outright.
yeah, right. It gotta be like, I would bang him anyway. So.
Right. So this is going nowhere.
It's just a bonus.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you mean you got a sister too? Oh, fucking
All right, I'll try anything.
weirdest threesome ever. All right. This is a great question. All right. If you could make any two people fight in a no rules cage match, who would you choose? And when I say any, think outside
That's
the
a
box.
fucking deep one, dude.
I don't know,
I mean,
Davis and Chops.
No, like, anybody. I mean, like, dude, we could like celebrities,
People from the past history.
Yeah, Pat. Anything like, dude. I'm thinking. Like, oh man.
Obviously, you got something on the burner here. Well, let's hear it.
I mean, obviously, the first thing that's going to come to mind is right now in our country, I would love to see Trump and Biden fight. Like, if that would be the great way to win the presidency.
Right, fight it out.
Fight. I don't want to hear debates. I don't want to hear your policies. Get in a fucking ring and
Get in
fucking
a squared circle
and knock each other's fucking heads off.
knock each other's dentures out.
But you could think back to like former presidents, like, you know what I mean, like anyone you want. I mean, I would like to see like, but then there's like someone if you want their ass fucking kicked, I'd be
Right.
I'd want like Chuck Norris to fight. Like, who's someone I can't stand? It's like Governor Wolf.
Yeah.
Dude, the Karate Commando would have his way with Governor Wolf.
I would like to see the dude from Karate Kid, who's like the main sensei, like the bad guy sensei.
yeah,
I would like to see him and Miyagi.
John Kreese.
Yeah,
You know, times are tough because now he's doing like
John-
Geico commercials or some
Yeah.
shit. Dude.
yeah.
I kind of like John Kreese.
So do I, and I'd like to see him fight. He kind of reminds me he kind of looks like Val Kilmer. I would like to see him fight Val Kilmer.
Dude, have you seen Val Kilmer
dude.
lately?
No,
He looks like he got stung by all them ground bees we were talking about the other day. Dude,
Dude, he got like a tracheotomy.
he looks horrendous, bro.
He looks like how he did in Tombstone, except worse.
No, he looks like,
He's
you ever
about to
see
die?
Convict or whatever that he's in?
no.
Where he's in jail. It's actually a pretty good movie, but I didn't even know it was him until I seen the credits.
But like, think about chicks too. Like, we could have I mean, that'd be
Chicks
I
fights,
love
yeah.
a good chick fight, dude. So like, think about right now. Like, okay, you could throw that Kylie Jenner in there, you know, dancing around with that WAP. You know what I mean? Throw
Her versus social media.
Her versus like someone who would like fuck her up, like Missy Misdemeanor.
Oh, that would be a good one. That actually wouldn't be a bad
Because you get to see some titties. Like, my whole like thing there is like she's gonna rip her clothes off.
Right. I mean, obviously.
Or you could have like the two girls from Friends, like Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston.
You know what? Actually, there's one that's coming up that falls in this category, dude. What is it? Tyson and fucking what's it, dude? Go ahead, Todd. Yeah, Roy Jones.
Oh, they're
Jr.
fighting.
Well, that's in the works.
That's
I
like
guess.
actual two fighters.
But
Yeah.
that's two people that
Yeah.
have completely different fighting styles, never fought in the same era.
I would like to see like Andre the Giant and Stephen A. Smith.
Oh,
I just want to see Andre the Giant slam the piss out of Stephen A. Smith.
Dude,
I
just
can't
check him
stand him.
No,
there's
yeah.
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, he just everything he says. It's just drives me insane.
That's
Even
the
if I
thing.
agree with it, the way he says it just drives me insane.
That's the thing, though. He does that just to be a dick to like stir.
That's why I want him
people
pump
up,
slammed
yeah.
by Andre the Giant.
Yeah,
That would be a good.
And then I
pump
want him to
slamming.
lay on him until he suffocates.
dude. What about like a local one? I was thinking about we were gonna talk about this guy. I'd like to see Jim Krenn fight Randy Bauman, dude.
You know what? I wouldn't be mad to see that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of beef. there,
Yeah,
dude.
the fucking new guard and the old guard. Dude.
Yeah,
Let's see how it goes down.
That might be like a good rumble, dude. But Rosado brought up a good point. He's like, I want to see Davis and Chops. And we're waiting to hear Davis clap back on that because like last week he kind of hit me after we released the teaser video. We hit him like Davis was like, "Hey, you know what happened?" I'm like, "What happened?" He's like, "I'm busy right now, but I'll get back to you." So like next week we're gonna have an update for sure.
Dude, what about Bruce from Rialto's fight Nubs from Capizzuto for King of the Pizza in Greenfield?
pizza supremacy.
Bruce is like, I don't know. I kind of like even though Nubs like I grew up with him and stuff. So I think Bruce would take him.
Oh.
I think he would. No, I gotta go.
Yeah,
With
Nubs
Nubs.
used to play hockey. He's probably punched a few people
No.
in his face.
Right, I gotta go with Nubs because he sponsors the show. And Bruce,
Yeah, right.
And Bruce is a piece of shit. And don't ever eat Rialto's pizza because Capizzuto's is the official pizza of Greenfield's Finest podcast.
So who won that fight? Obviously, Nubs.
Right. Do you guys have anything else?
Nah, man, that's it.
We got real quick. We went over this at the beginning of the show. Please don't forget to vote for us in the Pittsburgh city paper under People and Places, best local podcast. Make sure you vote for us, share that stuff. Also, I want to give a local shout out to another podcast. He's a good buddy of mine. It's a podcast called Inquisitive Minds. It's on all the platforms that we're on. It's a conspiracy theory podcast. These dudes are talking about witchcraft, Bigfoot, moon landings, all types of weird shit. So if you're into that conspiracy stuff, check out Inquisitive Minds podcast. It's pretty good. Local guy makes it, Johnny Smith. Shout out to him. And I think that's all we got.
Well, you know what?
Yeah,
I want.
good.
I'm sorry. I wanted to give a shout out to. We got a fan in Eugene, Oregon, right?
Yeah.
Went to school with my little sister. Said he loves the fucking show. Want to give him a little shout out and tell his girlfriend this is how we all talk around here. Okay? So get used.
Sounds
to it.
normal to me.
Yeah.
Jerk.
I wanted to give a shout out to my sister Danielle and my niece Sophia. It was their birthday.
Oh,
Happy
early on.
birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, guys.
Last week, so that's it.
All right, everybody. You guys have a
Get
good
well, Jack.
Get well,
Get
Jack
well,
Welsh.
Jack.
Thoughts and prayers with Jack Welsh. And just remember, everybody, Greenfield loves you. Have a good week.